How goes it, guys? Dadbot Operator back again. I've been looking forward to doing this one for a while. Civil unrest has erupted in the streets. Shops are being overrun, looting is running rampant. Society is essentially breaking down. You're going to need a rifle for self-defense and for eventually scavenging should the need arise in the near future. You can only grab one of these two rifles. Which one are you grabbing? Today's contestants, the Scar Killer versus a Scar. We're doing the CZ Bren 2 MS versus the FN Scar 17S. I'm going to do a quick top to bottom breakdown of each of these two rifles, and at the end, in the comments below, put your choice for which one you would grab if you wanted to have busted knuckles for the rest of your damn life, because both of these things will jack your hands up, man, on those optics. Whew. Well, I guess you just develop a scab. Let's do it. Now, before we even get started, I can hear one of you guys in the comments now saying, well, actually, sir, the CZ Bren 2 MS is chambered in 5.56, whereas the FN Scar 17 is chambered in 7.62 by 51. As you can see, that is clearly not a fair comparison. Thank you very much. Good day. You're right. My only comment to that is my FFL is right down the road, and if you will send a Scar 16 his way, I will be happy to go pick it up. Make payments payable to Dadbot Operator. Just kidding. All right, up first, the CZ Bren 2 MS, chambered in 5.56. Awesome little rifle here. I call it the Scar Killer because it really is everything that I wanted the Scar 16 to be. It is a 16-inch, almost a heavy barrel. The weight on the front end of this is pretty substantial, but you can shoot it suppressed because it's got adjustable gas block on a short stroke piston operating system. M-lock slots all the way around here. 3, 6, 9, 12. What was that? 1, 3, 5, 7. Picatinny rail up top. Sig Romeo 7 sitting up top there too. This is one of the a little bit older dots, but still a seriously rugged dot. A little weighty by comparison to some of the other dots today, but it still gets the job done and is very robust. Monolithic upper here of a aluminum persuasion. I'm not really sure what type of aluminum because CZ is not big on that, and neither is FN, believe it or not. If you happen to know the metal types, the aluminum types that these uppers are made from, throw it in the comments below for me so I can check it out. Polymer lower. This is a polycarbonate lower. Actually, it's carbon fiber and polymer mixed together, if I'm not mistaken, from reading their materials there. Polycarbonate lower all the way down here into the grip. Grip has some adjustable hand grip pads there as my brain goes blank. 20 round magazine on this because YouTube doesn't like standard capacity magazines. Got your polymer folding stock on this as well. Nice backup iron sights all along the top of the Picatinny rail. QD slots up there, ambi controls here. The ambi part coming on this, on the fact that inside the trigger guard is a bolt catch and release. Now that thing is really hard to get to drop sometimes, and it doesn't matter how much finger pressure you put on it, you really can't get it to go. But it does lock up pretty easily. So not a bad thing, you just kind of have to train to it. You got ambidextrous safety selector on here. Charging handle can be moved to either side. And when I say a knuckle buster, this thing, when I got it, the QD attachment was attached on this side. And so I'd go to rack that sucker and just rip a good chunk of skin off your hand there. So I had to flip the dot around on the mount there and keep that from happening. So then, to ensure I didn't have to deal with that anymore, I went and bought a Scar 17. Worked out really well. Well, because I had an EOTech sitting on top of it for a while, and as you can see, a little chunk out of the finger there. So, all in all, fit and finish on this is phenomenal. CZ does make fantastic rifles, in particular this one. Weight on it is about 7.5 pounds, I believe. All in. It does have a plastic trigger, but the trigger on it is phenomenal. 2 stages. First stage, solid wall, about 2 millimeters in, and then 3 to 5 pounds, clean and crisp break. QD attachments all along it. Just a really well done rifle by CZ. In a civil unrest type scenario, I feel like this would be a fantastic weapon for that type of environment. If for no other reason that it can be folded up, it can be suppressed. It has plenty of M-lock slots along the top there for lights. You can throw a PEC on there if you want to, if you have nods. I mean, the options are pretty well endless with this. It already comes with a hand stop, QD attachment point at the front. So everything you would need is available in this rifle. It's a little hefty by comparison to a standard AR, but that doesn't matter. The reliability on this would be second to none, and I would very happily pick this to defend my family should it need to. Let's check out the SCAR. And the competition today is pretty tough for the CZ Bren 2, coming in the form of the FN SCAR 17S, chambered in 7.62 by 51. Powerhouse of a firearm here, guys. You can see this massive break up here at the front to help tame some of that 308 recoil. 16.25 inch cold hammer forged chrome lined barrel. I think it's a 1-to-12 twist on that. Short stroke piston operating system, as you can see, flip up, backup iron sights there. A little bit of an older design because it does have a quad rail system wrapped all the way around it, but plenty of room there as well for lights, any other type of accessories you might need. Speaking of accessories, the accessory. Aimpoint T2. Fantastic dot. I mean, just bomb-proof. One of the few that could survive the torture that comes from the recoil of an FN SCAR 17. I did have an EOTech on here before, and this used to be placed on this side on my previous firearms, but because of that charging handle location, man, it will just destroy your knuckles if you have anything along that side there. But regardless, that dot is worth the pain. Bomb-proof, 2 MOA, 50,000 hour battery life. I just leave mine on in the safe. Leave it on like a 7 or an 8. And then once every couple of years, change the battery out. Super simple. Shake awake, not necessary. Monolithic aluminum upper here. Again, not sure what type of aluminum it's made from, but it is all one large piece there too. Ambidextrous controls on this are as follows. You got your bolt catch and release there, mag release on this side. Safety selector there as well. And then on the back side, you've got, of course, ambi safety selector in that you can, ambi charging handle, in that you can move the charging handle from one side to the other. And on this side, you got your ambi safety selector, mag release. I'm not going to pop that off so that YouTube doesn't have a stroke. The A2 grip on this had to go in lieu of a BCM Mod 0. Did a little bit of fitment and got her to stick on there, but for some reason, FN makes it where it doesn't like to use anything but like a couple of different pistol grips, and I just made this one work because I like it, I like the way it feels, and it was worth it. Cheek riser on this as well. I didn't mention that the CZ Bren does not have a cheek riser on it. So a little bit of a downside for it. Yeah, it doesn't have one. Just realized that. Holy cow. It's a big day for me. Cheek riser on here. Folding stock, which can also fire while folding because of the short stroke piston operating system. 6-position adjustable stock on this, as well with the CZ. I forgot to mention that. Trigger on this is highly disappointing. Mil spec. It's about 7.5 pounds. Oof. No take up really, just mush, and then ugh. I mean, it's a trigger. It's a trigger. Yeah, I want to replace it. The Geisley Super Scar triggers are phenomenal, and I want to get one of those, but I just bought a Scar, so I can't really do that right now. So, as it stands, got to deal with it. The FN SCAR quality is second to none. These are highly revered firearms. They're highly collectible firearms, and the price does dictate that. This is the reciprocating charging handle version. Mainly just because I didn't need to spend the extra money because I always have my hands up here. And I don't normally do a thumb over grip too often on a quad rail. So no need for me to worry about it. I can just utilize it as it sits. Like I said, the quality on this is phenomenal. Fit and finish is fantastic. 20 round magazine on this fits the bill. And this, if civil unrest were to become a problem, I gotta figure just sitting out front in your front porch with a cup of tea in one hand and a box of ammo sitting beside you, and your FN scar laying across your lap, big smile on your face. Well, just let everybody know that your house is a safe space. The FN Scar 17 would definitely do that. It's iconic. I mean, it's very hard to think of something that I would rather choose in that scenario, but quite honestly, I think the Bren might be one of the ones. I really think that if I were choosing in this scenario, I would choose the CZ Bren 2. The availability of 5.56 is going to be a lot better. I don't know how long societal collapse could take. If it's just a countrywide problem, then it could only be months once you start getting aid brought in and, you know, trying to restore order, things like that. But it could go on longer. And so 5.56 ammo is far more prolific, and that's probably the reason I would go with that. Reliability is going to be great on it. You can suppress it. So yeah, if I were and as far as suppression goes, you've got an adjustable gas block on an FN Scar that is not supposed to be shot suppressed. So, I mean, I'd void my warranty during societal collapse, and then what? Anyways, guys, I'd choose the CZ Bren 2. What would you pick? Put your choice in the comment section below. I love chatting back and forth with you guys about this stuff. It's one of my favorite things to do. So to all of my long-term watchers and hopefully subscribers, thank you guys so much. Really does mean the world to me. For my first-time viewers and also hopefully new subscribers, welcome to the day.